That's because he was likely in group chats with undercover informants from DHS Homeland Security Investigation Section. At least one of whom. Hey, it's Dr. Gratu Orloff. You know, I just checked the countdown clock to the election. You know, it's exactly right now at this moment, and it's, what time is it? It's about 20 minutes till 6 in the morning on October 16th, 2024. Right now, exactly right now, it is 19 hours. 19 days, 19 hours, and 19 minutes and a few seconds until the election. 19, I don't know if that has any important significance, 19, but that's how long until we can get out there and vote. And so I'm dedicated to doing more live streams as we approach over the next 19 days. I've got a bunch of things scheduled. Tonight, we're going live. I think I said about 6, and maybe even earlier than that. Okay, Thursday, I'm going live Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be on another channel with Paulo Costa from Portugal. Saturday morning, we're going to go live, virtually live from Mesa, Arizona, where Kevin Johnson, the owner of Gotham City Comics, will be taking us to a toy show. So that should be fun. The last time was a lot of fun because it's not just a toy show. It has lots of comics and good quality comic dealers. And so that'll be fun. And who knows who. And every time I do a live stream, I put the link in the chat so you can come on. Anyone that wants to can come on, you know, if you so desire. And, you know, I just figure we need a place to talk and have fellowship as we go through some of the wildest times of our lives. This is going to be a wild ride. So we're buckling up and we're going to hang out and watch Trump rallies and talk about the world and maybe talk about fine films like Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Which was directed by the same guy that directed A Christmas Story. So, you know, your family's all into A Christmas Story and they want to watch it every Thanksgiving, you know, after the meal. And as they get ready for the Christmas season, and you should say, well, let's have a Bob Clark marathon. We'll watch A Christmas Story, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, and Porky's, and all his other classic films that are all just as equally heartwarming. I can't recommend this magazine enough, Cryptology. It is, you can order it from Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics. You can call him up. He has ordered extra copies of this. Most comic stores aren't going to be carrying this because they figure this won't appeal to people that worship Venom. And you know, they're right. Cryptology is from the Tomorrow's company. And let me tell you, it is... the heck is that? Oh, it's great, in fact. Since we're in the Halloween season, he ordered a bunch of copies of this Svengoolie comic, and apparently no one bought it but me. It's really a pretty good comic. So, that's that. Cryptology is, to me, like a combination of two great magazines from my youth, Castle of Frankenstein and the Monster Times, because Monster Times always covered, so did Castle of Frankenstein, covered more than just the monsters in the movies and on television. It covered the monsters of Saturday morning television, of commercials, you know, even comic books and even breakfast cereals. They would talk about all the breakfast cereals that were coming out back in the, you know, when Count Chocula and all that were just starting, when they were just born back in 1972. Yeah. So these are interesting times we live in, and you know, there's an old Chinese curse, you know, may you live in interesting times. You don't want to live, you know, there are a lot of, you know, the history book, there's whole centuries that go by, the history books don't even mention them. You don't want to live in the times that are detailed in the history books. And I think we're living in times that will have a chapter or two in the history books. But what do you think, Drew the dog? Drew the dog doesn't worry because we're stocked up on dog food for the apocalypse, and all will be well. Man.
And give the power back to the people. He didn't tell you a time frame. He didn't tell you.
Yesterday I looked up on the internet because I've seen these dogs on the internet smiling, and I looked up to see what the experts say. You know, of course, what are they? I typed in can dogs smile? And it was confirmed that dogs do smile. Sometimes it's to show pleasure or just to show subservience to their owner, or they've learned that a smile is something that's liked by their owners, so they've evolved and learned to smile.
Was to wake as many Americans up as possible.
As I've seen these dogs, man, the big giant smiles, and I've seen that on Drew and my other wonderful beagle, Daisy, who passed away before I started this YouTube endeavor. So you've never really met her. So yeah. Oh. So if you want to order a copy of that magazine, which really gets my highest recommendation, you can order it from Gotham City Comics at this number, 480-649-3065. He sends stuff out the same day in incredible packaging, so you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so, also upcoming, Gotham City Comics has provided some wonderful prizes. So on October 30th, we're going to have a Halloween celebration. And Kevin has nicely offered up some really valuable, cool prizes. So if you come on my live stream on Wednesday, October 30th, the night before Halloween, in costume, then there's a good chance that you'll win, because usually in fact, it's almost certain you'll win, because I really doubt there'll be more than 3 people that show up as guests. So you'll win a prize. Because, I don't know, that's just the way it seems to be. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe we'll get more viewers. But right now, this is a very lowly watched show on YouTube. There aren't many people that like this channel, to be honest with you. So, you'll win a prize, almost certainly. Other things I recommend is this wonderful television series, The Milton the Monster Show. I've had this for years, but you can get it from Amazon. Look at this, man. I'm going to leave for work in a little bit, but I'm just trying to entertain you on a Wednesday. Pick up your spirits. Look at this, man. You recognize this insane person? It's Ronald McDonald, ladies and gentlemen, holding on to this pencil for dear life. How about that? Does that entertain you? Does that make you want to subscribe to this channel? If that doesn't, how about this? Now, look at this pencil topper, ladies and gentlemen. What does it say on the back of it? Let's see. I've got to get my magnifying glass. I don't know what this says. At first glance, it almost looks like Quisp from Quisp cereal, but not quite. I think I used to know what this was, but I don't recall now. Magnifying glass. my atomic magnifying glass.
The Clinton machine is at the center of this power split. We've seen
Damn,
this
man.
firsthand in the
I need to get into better light.
in which Hillary Clinton meets in secret with international banks to plot the destruction.
Oh, man, sorry. You're going to read my palm, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, she should be locked
It says,
The most powerful weapon deployed by the Clintons is the corporate media,
man,
the press. Let's be clear on one thing. The corporate media in our country is no longer involved in journalism. They're a political special interest, no different than any lobbyist or other financial
I think,
entity with a total political agenda.
damn, man.
And the agenda is
1969? Is that what it says?
anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe. They will lie.
I can see it's made in Hong Kong. Remember when things used to be made in Hong Kong?
Will do worse than that.
Now everything's made in China.
Whatever is necessary.
Perhaps that's actually, I guess Hong Kong is about to be absorbed into China, so maybe both are accurate. Okay, and get your. Actually, I should give that to my wife.
And the Clinton Foundation in order to keep the Clintons in power. They
Who is this character? You guys should know. Is this like, she's got a cat tail, or is that it kind of looks like a rat tail? Maybe this is Queen Rat. Is she's not a relative of She-Ra. This is, I think, maybe Gem Stars or something. I don't know. Something I found at a thrift store decades ago. But I don't know. She's got a little glowing jewel on her chest. I don't know what that is. Oh. Kevin just got a mummy model kit. This is from my original mummy kit. It's a surviving part that wasn't used. It's the glowing hand. Let's make this part glow, because these Aurora model kits would really glow, man. So we'll hold it up to the light.
I built a great company, and I had a wonderful life. I could have enjoyed the fruits and benefits of years of successful business deals and businesses for myself and my family, instead of going through this absolute horror show of lies, deceptions, malicious attacks.
Let me just put it on the.
I'm doing it because this country has given me so much, and I feel
Do you think that's long enough? Let's see. I'll put it down here, and I'll turn off the lights. Can you see it glowing there? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? A glowing mummy hand to brighten your mood on this Wednesday morning.
country for you, and we will make America great again.
Man. So we've got 19 days, 19 hours until you're going to be voting.
You didn't know what the system was. We had to show you the system. Now the majority of people know the system. Now the people don't like the system. Now the people want the country back. So do you think the plan is working? Absolutely. Why is it working? Because the patriots.
Okay. Man, I'm starving. I got to get breakfast.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Watch the X22 report on Rumble. Very entertaining show. Used to be on YouTube, but that was in the days before YouTube started censoring and banning people. All right, so I'm recording this. Now I want to record yesterday's InfoWars, so I'll find that on Rumble. That's another show that used to be on YouTube, but is no longer. Okay, so... okay. Actually, maybe I could do this. Oh, come on. Ah, that didn't work. Did I mention I'm hungry, ladies and gentlemen? What are you guys going to eat for breakfast? Tell me down in the chat down below. Okay, so what else is coming up? The Halloween show, I'll be also doing a live stream on election night. Oh, actually, October 30th. It's the day before Halloween. And then on Halloween, I'm also going to do a Halloween show. It's going to be where people come on and tell ghost stories, maybe stories of things that have happened to them. So, I mean, it's just like, I mean, honestly, this, full disclosure, this house was built as a home. This, you know, before it was a hotel now. It was a home built in, you know, around World War I. Then, in 1951, it was turned into a funeral home until 1972. And then it became a furniture store for many years and an auction house. Actually, the auction house, I think, happened next door. But it was a furniture store for many years. And then it became a home again, and it's been rented out as, you know, different apartments. But now it's a hotel. But for, let's see, 15... about 22 years, this was a funeral home, so I'm thinking there were funerals actually held in this room, and more than likely, you know, that was probably where the coffin was, up there, over there. So, what more perfect place to come on YouTube than the hotel that used to be a funeral home? We've seen no ghosts here. One of our visitors, Captain Strangelife, saw a pretty horrible ghost here, but I think the music I play here is very entertaining to ghosts because it's the music that they used to listen to when they were alive. So if there were any ghosts, they're like loving it. They're not trying to scare us out. They're like saying, hey man, stick around because we like watching you film your YouTube show, and we like all your music, because you listen to music from the 20s, and you listen to, you know, old bluegrass music, and you listen to all that great 60s music, and that 50s rockabilly and doo-wop, and old country music, and Hank Williams. Man, you're cool. This is the kind of person we want to reside in our haunted house, right? We're not going to chase you out. If the ghostly trio lives here, they would be very pleased. Okay, so Godfrey Daniels. Okay, hold on. W.C. Fields. Was yesterday Tuesday? Yes, I believe so. W.C. Fields.
Imagine a lightsaber that fits in your pocket.
W.C. Fields, ladies and gentlemen. W.C. Fields was someone that my uncle loved. My uncle, who was a pilot in World War II, was my mom's brother, was a bigger than life person. He was like if Don Knotts and Hank Williams and Donald Trump were combined into one person. Like if those three mated, the child that would result would be my Uncle Guy. He was, you know, friend. And what a great guy. He's passed away years ago, but he was bigger than life, and he was funny, and he sounded just like Don Knotts, but had a big cowboy hat and always drove a Cadillac, and what a great guy. But he worshipped from when he was a little kid W.C. Fields and Mae West. He just thought Mae West was the ultimate woman and thought W.C. Fields was so funny. Oh, and this is kind of weird. He never missed the Dukes of Hazzard. He loved the Dukes of Hazzard. He could tell the funniest stories about World War II and landing on islands with these crazy birds, and how the birds landed them, and how the birds walked, and how goofy it was, and it was just like Don Knotts visiting the house. But you know, if Don Knotts cursed very profanely while he was telling his joke, that was what my Uncle Guy was like. And man, I miss him. Well, I miss all my family. I don't have really any family left, except for my wife and her family, and one brother, and I don't even know where his whereabouts are. But my whole point, W.C. Fields, he couldn't say the Lord's name in vain in Hollywood, even in the, I mean, it's just obviously not. I mean, It was a scandal when Clark Gable at the end of Gone with the Wind said, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." But you couldn't say GD. And he wanted to say it. So he came up with his own, he says whenever, he was annoyed by something, he'd say, "Godfrey Daniels." And that's, so we've got to come up with, and my wife reminded me of where I was born. I was actually born on Mars. I was adopted. And, she says, "You're forgetting your native language. You're forgetting that you used to call hippies free torques." And that's right. I've forgotten a lot of my Martian language. And, I was talking to someone last night on the live stream. My mind can't remember. But he said, "Could we see it?" I did a self-portrait about 15 years ago. It's not that. That's a painting by XNO. That is not me. That's Frankenpop. He's done probably thousands of paintings of that character. No, I did a painting of myself. Anyway, what I really look like in real life. Let me show you. This is a disguise. That's what I really look like. Anyway, I'm starving, man. I'm getting out of here, so I will see you tonight. Live stream about 6 o'clock tonight. Take care.